Good evening, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this evening, opposition wants safe spaces around the schools and harsher punishment for crimes committed near them. The parliamentary opposition is expressing concern about what it says is a recent surge in violence targeting educational institutions and is urging the government to establish safe spaces around the key institutions such as the schools. Opposition spokesperson on education, Damian Crawford, pointed to an incident at Homo Technical High School where a school bus driver was murdered on the grounds of the institution. Additionally, in St. Andrew, a man believed to be a parent was shot dead outside the gate of Russell Primary School on Friday morning. Crawford also highlighted this week's armed robbery on the Stella Morris compound in St. Andrew. Stella Morris Preparatory has said the incident happened at a different location and not at the school. These horrifying incidents underscore the urgent need for enhanced security measures to safeguard our educational environments and protect everyone who accesses them. As the opposition spokesperson on education, I urge the government to take immediate and comprehensive action to protect our children and the school staff from such violent crimes, Crawford said in a media release on Friday. Crawford says safe spaces around the key institutions such as schools, hospitals, and transport terminals would mandate scheduled police patrols, ensuring a consistent and visible law enforcement presence. Furthermore, we propose that any crime committed within a 400-meter radius of these safe spaces be subject to significant harsher penalties to deter criminal activity near these critical facilities, he said. He is also calling for the government to ensure that the perpetrators of the recent crimes are swiftly apprehended and brought to justice. Iberia Star Hotel workers in St. James protest for higher wages. The Ministry of Tourism is attempting to end industrial action at another hotel in St. James where workers are demanding higher wages, the second such a protest in 3 days. Staff at Iberia Star walked off the job claiming exploitation, which they say has prevented them from improving their lives. They are calling for an increase in their salaries and a change to the 3-week pay cycle.
We there say we are doing right and a stay out of crime and violence and we can't own nothing. 2 our salaries together, can't get an NHT house, we can't buy car, we are putting a Senegal school. We fortnightly pay turn to semi-monthly, which is 3 weeks. With 3 weeks pay them put together, which would be 6 weeks, reach 100,000. We can't work with that. We have to pay transportation and everybody can fit in the bus what they send over here. To carry home at evening time or pick we up, whatever. And everybody can fit in there, but they did up from everybody's salary. And we are the lifeblood of the hotel them.
Furthermore, the employees say their salaries are sometimes paid late. Officials of the Ministry of Labour and Tourism are meeting with its staff representatives and the general manager of Iberia Star to resolve the grievances. Delano Seabright, senior strategist in the Ministry of Tourism, spoke with the protesting workers ahead of the meeting, telling them the hotel management have committed to fixing the issues.
Here's the plan. 1, we spoke with Minister Bartlett today. We spoke with Minister Charles, our Labour Minister. So the Labour Ministry is sending their representatives as we speak here. So that's 1. 2, I spoke with the owners of Iberia Star in Spain, the Fluxra family, and they have said, listen, we need to resolve these problems. The first major issue is the payroll system. They have confirmed that the payroll system must be fixed as quickly as possible. So I can confirm with you that they will be fixing the payroll system once and for all. So that's your first major problem. The second set of issues I'm told include salaries. I'm told adjustments are coming for that. The Ministry of Labour going to give oversight to ensure your rights are protected. And then we follow up on a weekly basis with us. So you're going to see me more often down here with you.
Last month, workers at the 2 Royalton hotels in Western Jamaica also stayed off the job, while staff at the Secrets and Breathless Resorts and Spa took industrial action on Tuesday to demand higher wages and better working conditions. Following Tuesday's strike at the Secrets Resort, the Jamaica Confederation of Trade Unions repeated its call for a joint industrial council, noting that the concerns raised by the workers are not unique to those hotels. It said that the industrial council would seek to address the issues before they cascade across other properties. Meanwhile, President of the University and Allied Workers Union, Lambert Brown, believed the spate of strike action by hotel workers is a clear sign that the government must review the issuing of fixed-term contracts. He argued that workers in the hotel industry are offered little or no protection under the current arrangement.
Clearly, the relationship and the terms and conditions of work in the hotel sector is creating major problem. It's abusive in many ways, and the workers are protesting. So now we have the Iberia Star workers out on strike. I guess there's no union there as well. It's time to fix this so-called contract work and short-term, fixed-term contract, which is denying the workers justice and their rights to representation and benefits.
Police search for suspects after bus driver shot dead at a school in Manchester. Members of the Manchester Police are searching for the suspects behind the Friday morning's fatal shooting of a bus driver at Homewood Technical High School in Manchester. The news spoke with Deputy Superintendent Kerry Duncan, head of the Manchester Police, who said the police are using all available resources and the combing sections of Manchester for 3 suspects in connection with the killing. Rohan Gentles, who was the school's bus driver, was shot dead in view of students. It is reported that about 9 o'clock, Mr. Gentles was sitting inside the bus when a man walked up and shot him. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Homewood Technical High football coach Errol Newman told the news that Mr. Gentles was waiting to transport students to a football match at the time of the shooting. Mr. Gentles worked with the institution for more than 3 years. Classes were suspended following the attack. National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang toured the school on Friday and condemned the attack. Supreme Court rules in favor of Scotiabank in encashment fees case. The Supreme Court has ruled in favor of the Bank of Nova Scotia over the claim that was brought by opposition Member of Parliament Fitz Jackson over the charging of encashment fees. Justice Crescencia Brown Beckford found that the practice is not in breach of the Bills of Exchange Act nor the Banking Services Act. The judge also found that the bank's right to charge a fee for the service in question is, however, subject to the obligations set by the Code of Conduct under the Banking Services Act. The court also determined that changes to the law, the practice of the banking industry, and the protection of the consumers of banking services are matters for the legislature and not the court. Costs were awarded to the bank. The Bank of Jamaica and the Attorney General were included in the matter as interested parties. Mr. Jackson says he will be appealing the ruling. He was seeking a declaration from the court that Scotiabank, through the imposition of the fee, had breached its obligation by failing to honor a negotiable instrument. Thank you everyone for watching. See you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for another news update.